Wow guys, I really must have lost it because this video is about a bloody shower head. Anyway, hello everybody, how you all doing? Judge's Free Time here. For about a while I've been using this disgusting shower head. Don't get me wrong, it was good when I got it. Excellent. But over time it's knackered and it needed replacing. And it was a pain in the backside to clean this thing. What I use nowadays to clean it is something like this from Astonish, and it does the job. Probably even better than the descaler tablet I used to throw in with hot water with the shower head alone. But yeah, I recently turned it on just now and realised, yeah, this shower head that I got recently, that I showed right there, you know, is what I needed, because this thing is knackered. Anyway, that's the shower head I used to use. If you don't know what they are, basically, there's a little pipe that comes into it, you screw it on, you put it onto a holder, you turn it on and water comes out of it. But today's video I want to address the shower heads that you can get on Amazon. This make right here is that make that I can't really pronounce. Now I have seen a lot more on there, but I'm just going to cover this one for now because this is the cheapest at £10.99. Now I'm going to be getting the showery head, which is from Showery, obviously, showery head, because they're the first people to ever make this design apparently. So I'm going to be ordering one of those in February. So this is like a two-parter sort of thing, so you might see me in black right now, but then over time you see me in a different colour, just like my washer videos most of the time. Anyway, I'll show you the shower head in a minute, but you do get the shower head itself, which is not there, and you get a pack of balls, which sums up my life when it comes to balls, which is nice of them that they give you it, because they are close enough to the same price as the shower head to refill. So yeah, I've been using this for some time, and well, me and Sean have been using this, not together obviously, but we each like taking turn to have a shower every so often, but mostly I like baths anyway, relaxing and such like that. And because of my fear as a kid with showers, you know, I've not really been tempted to use showers that often. But anyway, this is the poor excuse of a shower head now. You know, you buy it like 2 years in advance. You go to the shops, and then you buy the shower head and you think, oh wow, this is amazing. 2 years down the line it turns gunky, disgusting, and the pressure is disgusting too. Especially when you're trying to clean it, it's still not going to work amazing, but at least it'll work a little bit. Anyway, I got this shower head because you see all these adverts on like Instagram, Facebook, etc. of this high pressure of it flying across a whole yard with a fan in the back of it, and you think, yeah, let's have a look at this, and that's what I did. So basically it's got 3 modes on it: ironic, filtered, shower head, that's what it says here, and you get like 3 modes on it: jetting, rainfall and massage. Giggity. Yeah, so this one is basically a make that you can mostly find on Amazon. You can find loads of other versions on there as well. It's not just this one, but I wanted to choose this one because it was the cheapest, as I can see, and the other ones look like a scam anyway. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you this shower head, and then in the next scene after that, I'll say 2 months later, 3 weeks later, whatever it is in this video, I'll be saying I got the showery head, and I'll unbox it on camera maybe, I don't know. So let me show you this shower head. So here is the shower head in question. As you can tell, it's got balls in the bottom of it, and it has black balls on the top. Now apparently it only removes chlorine, this one, and the other one removes fluoride. I've already done a test on it, turned it on for a bit and such like that, and it seems to be good, but sadly enough doesn't remove all the percentages that you think it does with the cheaper ones. I already did a TDS meter check, and well, I'll show you in a minute what it shows. But anyway, when you turn it on, this is the power of the shower head. Now compared to a normal shower head that I can't show you because it splits at the top and something's gone wrong, so it's like flying water out, so it won't be accurate anyway. The shower head was quite powerless, but with this one, when I turned it on, was pretty damn powerful, as you can tell, right there on the thing. And it's so powerful that you get a windstorm with it as well. And you also have a button on the side here. On the side here, you can see a button, and it allows you to change it to other modes. I think this is called relaxation, and that's just a normal shower mode on it. But then you have this one, which is basically a super soaker, a million times more faster. And this, by the way, is on my full speed as well, which is incredible. So there you are, that's how powerful the shower head is. And in my opinion, yes, it is a bit more powerful than the regular shower head that I used to use to now and again shower and now and again clean out a condenser filter in my tumble dryer every so often. But anyway, I'm going to quickly show you a measurement of it right now and show you how many parts per million it actually shows. At the moment I get 85 parts per million in my area, and with this thing I think close enough it was 25, but we'll show you again. Right, so let me show you how many parts per million it shows. We've got to put it on the slowest treacle setting and fill it up. Going to do that again because it got a bit foamy. Okay, so that's running right now, and I have, like, you know, run it through and such like that, but in the tester it shows 64 parts per million because it was at 66 before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick shower in this tomorrow, and then we'll find out together if it's gone down anymore in parts per million. But something tells me it's just a basic Brita filter built into a shower head with balls. And as you can tell, it's quite nice when it's on slow as well. It really does act like a turbocharger when it gets going. And obviously, you know, because I have one of these shower heads, showers even, sorry, that can change the temperature accordingly, because the combi water acts instead of it being electric. So some people would have electric and obviously it would change accordingly. But with this thing it's super fast at changing temperature most of the time, but with the other shower head it was slower. But with this one it was just immediate effect, and you do get a nice heat off it as well, which is nice. So turning that shower head off, you can see hardly any drips coming out of it. I'm pretty impressed with it, and you've got so many modes on this thing. Same as the other shower head, but this one's like a press on and press off scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shower tomorrow, and I will update you what it feels like compared to the other shower head. But from what I remember, it was okay. It was better than the Butlins one anyway, and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how this goes tomorrow. So how did it go with my shower head right here under there? It was good. My first experience, it was actually pretty good. It feels really clean actually when you clean with it, and it's much better than the old shower head I used. I would say if you want a cheap shower head that removes 20%, that's probably one of them that you should go for. You know, it did do the job, and boy, it's a lot more powerful than the other shower head. So if you have a problem with pressure, that's another great way of improving it. Or you can get one from Showery, or whatever it's called, showery even, and you'll be better off that way, because you know you can extend the water pressure to make it a bit more powerful, because the shower head I used in Skedness was absolutely atrocious. It wasn't the shower head, it was the shower itself, the electric one. It was like if Rick could spit on you at slow speed, that is exactly what it would be like. But yeah, as I said, the shower head did the job right here. You know, when I turned the tap off, it actually turned off properly. It didn't like dribble for a very long time. It actually got on with it, so that was an interesting experience. That was. But something tells me when I order one from Showery in February, that one's going to be a bigger improvement to this one. Would I change back to the other shower head, or a shower head just like it? No, I would stay with this one. This one is hard to get used to begin with because it's powerful, but when you have it on slower settings, it actually does a really good job. Don't have it on max unless it's low water pressure, because then it will rip flesh off. It's that powerful. I noticed. Anyway, I'm going to use it for a while, maybe now and again. Might stick to baths for a bit and maybe now and again showers, just to get used to it. But over time I'll be getting the showery, so I'll see you in February. Oh yeah, I forgot to test it after I had the shower to see if it was any different. So I got my TDS meter here. I got another little meter as well, but oh well, what can you do? And it's reading 85. And let me just say, this was directly out of it. And also, if you look, it is a bit cloudy, isn't it? And I haven't done anything with this glass, it's the same glass. So yeah, 86 now. And just to prove, you know, so it was at 0.60, but, you know, strangely enough, it's gone back up to 80. Yeah, 83. So basically the tap water is a little bit more better than the shower head. So this is one reason you might not want to go for the cheap version, because it's not going to filter long, or it's not going to be as effective. So there you go, a little bit of a test. Anyway, I will see you in February, honest.
Well, welcome to the 25th of March. I had to check my phone then. Here it is, the showery. Finally came in the post. I was expecting it in just a wrapping, because my friend said he only got it in the wrapping, but it's in a box, in a wrapper, bubble wrapping, whatever. So let's have a little look at this box, shall we? Showery, a shower that makes a difference. Reduces water apparently, eco-friendly, recyclable, and you can put new balls in or whatever every so often to purify it, like the other shower I have. And it tells you all about showery right there. Our mission is to create blah 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 blah. If you want to know what is on this box, basically, you can go to their website. It tells you all the advertising that you need to know, and apparently it's 100% recycled. So let's get it open and see what we get inside. A shower head. Well, that's a shocker, isn't it? A shower head. Now, I got the one with the stop and start feature on it, and as you can tell, the balls are multicolored a little bit more than the other one. The other one just has obviously the orangey ones and the black ones in the top. This one has white, brown, black. That's about it really. I thought it'd be more than that, but anyway. And the great thing is, it's highly detailed. Look at this. The switch actually has a description on it of what all these shower modes do, which is incredible. Mechanism looks a little bit the same as the other shower head that I have previously. What else we got in here? Thank you for your support in showery, basically. And I get £5 off on my next order. Interesting. I'll look into that later. I might have to censor that. Right, what I'm going to do now is install the shower head, flush it through, for a very long time by the looks of it, and then I'll tell you any other results. Basically, I'm hoping to do like a check on how much parts per million it's taken out of the water, the same way as the other one did, and all that sort of stuff. So I'll see you in a minute, or an hour, or a second to you. So here's the other one in the sink. This is the one I've been using for a bit. It's been alright actually. As I said, the mechanism looks near the same as the other one, apart from the balls. Obviously you've got the black ones at the top and the orange ones, and yeah, I've also got a replacement packet in there as well. Anyway, here's the new one installed. I do like the look of this one, I'm not going to lie. The other one has a bit more of a chunkier head compared to this one. Look at this, look how chunky that one is to that one. And it has a nice stop feature, because I know sometimes I like to put it here when I'm showering and it gets in the way of the water sometimes. I've flushed it through a little bit, and yeah, it has a load of modes the same as the other one. You know, regular. It has the jet thing, and the one in the middle. Basically it's the same as the cheaper one. Yeah, so far so good. Bit different to the other one, but only a slight difference. This one was a bit more expensive apparently, but I got it like half price at the time. The one thing you don't get with it is a spare bag of balls with it. This one did, came with a black and a orange one, I believe. But hopefully with this one it impures better, but we'll see through the test. So I'm going to be now and again turning the shower head on, make sure it all flushes through from the factory and stuff like that. That's what I'm hoping to do anyway, and then I'll tell you what I think to it, and then we'll see if we can get Sean's reaction, but I don't know how this is going to go. Right, so I've got my TDS meter thing that came with the zero water, and I've also got another TDS meter here, and we're going to test the shower head. Now I've got it on low, and I'm going to do a test. I do apologise about this angle, but I can't be able to get the tripod out for the main camera. Okay, so I've got the water here. I'm going to do a quick test, and then I'm going to put it on hold. I might as well turn this off now. So let's get this on. And we're reading that 59. So basically, like the other one. Let's try it with this. See what that brings up. And this one's bringing up 63. Although this is not as accurate as the zero waters, but what can I tell you? That's come out of the showery. So that's the results I'm getting with this. That's very interesting, isn't it? I was expecting it to be lower than this. Maybe it needs a lot longer to soak through, but I've actually kept it going for a very long time. In its own way, like 20 minutes each time, you know, pumping it through, slowing it down, speeding it up. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, it feels lovely, don't get me wrong, but it feels exactly the same as the other shower head, to be honest. Which is odd, because this was a little bit more expensive when it was first made. And now everyone else is like copy cloning it. It's probably gone down in price, no one's buying it anymore. Probably because they realised, I don't know, maybe the balls weren't really doing anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep testing it. Now this is a clean cut, by the way. And we'll try it again. Got another pitcher of water here. Let's try it again with the zero water. Just going to hold it. Yeah, that's worse. 60. Try with the white TDS meter. 67. So I don't know, guys. Don't know what to say. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a shower with it, give it a good test run, go back on the tripod with the main camera, and tell you my final thoughts of how I felt in the shower, if you felt the same or whatever. With my eye, it feels exactly the same as the other one did, the cheaper one. Or was it cheaper, to be honest, I don't know. But you do get an extra refill with it, which is interesting, and this one didn't come with one. And I was guessing because it's more expensive, because the things are better quality or something like that, to, you know, that extent. But just as powerful as the other one, as I noticed. But anyway, I've done the testing part, and to be honest, the other one was doing better just now, the way it was just behaving. So what I'm going to do, as I said, take a shower in this thing, let you know my final result over it. I mean, the button will be convenient with it, but who knows. And we'll get back to it. Right, I've just been in the showery, or the shower even, and what's my experience with it? It has somewhat the same kind of properties to it, not gonna lie. And yeah, it's not as fierce as the other one, but it does the job the same way, but just a little less than the Chinese one. So yeah, I'll give you my final verdict when I've sit down and rested. Right, pregnancy test, TDS meter, and we're at 69 parts per million. Well, can't speak, can't lie with the test. So yeah. Even after a shower, the shower head did worse than before. So something is really wrong with these beads or something. Anyway, to my actual final conclusion. And we're back in the room. Right, you've seen the test results of the TDS. You've now seen the results of me saying what my little verdict was after the shower. What's my final verdict on these two shower heads? Well, they're both similar in size, apart from one is chunkier than the other. The one difference between this shower head is it has the balls at the top as well as the bottom, and it has only black and orange. If you hear dripping, that's because this is dripping, because I yanked these off, well, that one for about 2 days ago and this one just now. As you can see with this one, you have white, black and the obvious orangey kind of balls at the bottom, but none at the top. Now, what I think to these two heads, they're very good heads, but they're both similar, considering the fact that you're paying a little bit more for this, and then they obviously half price it. A couple of things I do like about showery is there's a load of shower heads you can choose from. For example, this one has the stop and start button on it, and this one does not. But put into mind, this is more cheaper. The great thing about having loads of choice is that you can choose between ones with the fan on the top, with different designs, etc, etc. Now, looking at the shower heads directly, they both have kind of similar cups to each other. They both have the same spray holes. This one obviously is a lot more chunkier on that side and that one isn't, so it looks like it blends in a bit more. Another great feature is it actually shows you a diagram on the shower head as well as when you're choosing the selection. This one has obviously the choice on the side as well. Now, for power, the cheaper one beats this one.
And let me explain how. This one came out like a fighter jet, and this one didn't. Now I'm sorry I didn't show you a clip of that, but you know, I was trying to wrap this up as fast as I can, you know, because I've done like 30-minute videos before, and it's like over tedious as much as it gets. Anyway, this one sprays a bit more gentler than this one. Gentler. This one is like a fire hose, so you know it rips your skin off in its own way. It feels like it anyway. I don't know if that means it's doing a good job or not, but to me that is very powerful. I do like the design on this one because it has that nice different plastic look to it. Meanwhile, this is just normal on that side. Again, the differences are different in their own way. This one has balls at the top and the bottom. This one's all crammed in the bottom. Which one did better for TDS? This one, believe it or not. The cheaper one did better. I don't know how, but it did better, considering the fact it only has 2 kinds of balls in it. Another great thing about the cheap shower head as well is it came with some spares, so it will last you another year, which is awesome. This meanwhile gives you near nothing in the box, just the spray head itself and a little coupon code for your next purchase. As I said, I do like the shower head, you know, I like the stop, start, etc. And I do like the design of it. It's nice and shaped, you know, it's got a little filter in there as well. But on the other hand, this one did better at filtration and was tons more powerful. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to any of you out there, but for me, it's nice to know that a shower head works properly when it's spraying at high speed. This one, on the other hand, I think is a bit more disappointing because it says that it's like 10 times more powerful and stuff like that, and then they show these adverts of it's spraying across a whole garden. This probably would. This one doesn't, considering it's advertising it. You can get replacement balls for these, by the way, on their website, and you can also get spare ones on Amazon, and you can have a lot to choose from. You don't have to just choose these 2 colours of purification. This one isn't too bad, don't get me wrong, but it would probably replace a shower head and it will be 1x or 2x powerful. On the other hand, this one behaved more like what this advertised, you know, 10 times more powerful. At the end of the day, weight, this is more weightier. So if you have this in your hand a long time, you know, spraying parts, you know, this would be irritating. Meanwhile, on this hand, you know, it's very light. It's very nice to work around. And the great feature of it having a stop button on this one is that, you know, you can actually turn it off when you're, you know, soaping and stuff like that, and you can then turn it back on. Now, point to mind, this won't work on an electric shower. It'll work more on a combi boiler, or maybe a tank. I'm not sure if it works on a tank or not. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure many people have those sort of tank systems anymore. My mum still has, because all the houses look like they're still built in the 80s. Behave like them too. But on the other hand, this is not a bad shower head as well. I mean, this, you know, it's great. It still does the job even without the stop button. Although it is a bit clunky when you're trying to move it around, etc., and it's a bit heavy. But apart from that, there's not really much of a difference between these 2 shower heads. Now, is it worth the money? This one, not really. I mean, if you know fully well it's not really got to filter anything, and it's going to get worse and worse over time, fair enough. But to me, that's a bit of a scam. It says it purifies everything, and it should do that. My zero water down there, it says that you can purify, and it fucking well does. This, on the other hand, actually gets better as the shower head gets used. This one gets worse, so they're both alternating here. This is dripping everywhere. This is the most wettest video ever. Giggity. But anyway, in my opinion, they're still good shower heads. Is it worth it? This one's worth it. It's cheap. It's only 10 quid. This, on the other hand, for £24, feels a bit of a scam, in my opinion. The stop feature's awesome, but that's all that's redeeming for it. It's still a shower head. It still doesn't act as powerful as it says in the adverts. This one acts a bit more powerful than this one. So again, the cheaper one wins, which is really funny because people say, oh, expensive means quality. Well, it doesn't always mean that. It varies on where you get it from. And now, obviously these are made in China, and obviously these are probably made in China or in a warehouse somewhere in showery's headquarters, so they're both like built in the somewhat different lights. Feeling the quality, the metals are near the same. This one's a bit more of a plastic, but again, in the day, it doesn't really matter. They're supposed to shower you down, that's all they're for. And would I ever turn back to the default shower head I had? Well, definitely not, because it's knackered. But if I ever go back to a shower head, which one would I choose? Definitely something like this. This one is cheap and it works just as good or better than this thing. Will I get the replacement beads for it? For a while, and then eventually I'll go back to this one. But compared to a default shower head, they are a bit of an upgrade. But are they worth it? This one, no. It's not as powerful as it shows, and it's not very and the power difference is just laughable, really. They're both identical in their own way. Meanwhile, on the other hand, this one behaves like a fire hose, and I noticed when turning the knob to turn it up and down, this one had to be on near full blast. This one was like 1/4 and it was already close to ripping flesh off. So this one works better on my shower because it's like 1/4 knob turning, and then this thing gets to work maybe halfway. This one is very close to 3/4 to a full turn. So basically it's not as powerful as this one, which is odd because this one was cheaper. Would I recommend showery? No. Would I recommend a cheaper alternative? Of course I would. It's a definite upgrade to the other shower head. It's more powerful. It does filter, but not as good as a Brita filter. It's basically a Brita filter on a little bit of a steroid, if you will. It's not really meant to be like the zero water at all. This solution, anyway, this one here. But the other one gave a really big bold claim saying, oh, it removes fluoride, it removes everything, when my TDS shouldn't even read any numbers for that, and it read numbers, you saw it. So no, don't get the showery, in my opinion, unless you want the novelty stop and start button. Fair enough, go for it. But if you want a simple shower head that's a lot more powerful, not just a touch powerful than the other shower head, this I think is the best one out of the two. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. You got one of these? Tell me below what you think to them. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.